my own two eyes, those two moments, I was like, this is some other level shit. This is some stuff that people, very few people can get laughs that hard and it not be hacky and it be something personal, and something that really touch you. It's very few people that could do that, man. So when you did that, I thought that was incredible. When it comes to Brown, and when you say Brown, because I don't know this is a true ignorant question. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you Indian? Do you
Indian.
all say
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
But you all just say Brown.
Yeah. And I mean, and like by that I mean also like, like when we talk about race in America, we think about it's black and white, but there's also Latino Americans. There's also like Southeast Asians, right? There's South Asians like me, Indian, Pakistani, that, right? There's Filipino, Chinese. There's all this new mix of like immigrants in the U.S., right? And that's what I mean by that, like that like what I mean like collectively brown. But by brown I mean like Indian. Mm-hmm.
Got you. I'm Negro. Everybody, in case you're wondering. but
Oh,
but
but you know what's funny, man? Like sometimes when I'm in hair and makeup, right? And like the makeup artist is black, I'm like, yo, we're brown because like our the MAC makeup you need on you is the same that you need on me. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's that same like we're in the same like MAC makeup range. You know what I'm
oh,
saying?
for sure, for
Like
sure.
it's basically a group of people where I call them like turn the flash on, please. People, like people like so white people don't know that you actually have to have flash for like me or you to show up in a photo at night.
Oh yeah, the worst is like when you kicking it with a group of white people. They're like, "We don't need flash. We got it." And you're like, "No, motherfucker, we don't got it.
Yeah,
You got
I'm
it."
not gonna show up.
Right.
Yeah.
You and your red eyes go show up. Remember that was a thing? Like all white people had like red eyes and like old films. They fixed that, I think. I don't see it anymore.
Yeah.
But I was like, what the fuck is what's going on with y'all? Um, shout out to the white people. Um, Indian. I brought that up because
Yeah.
Indian comedians. So
Right.
I heard Russell Peters say on the podcast that you opened up for him. Like
Yeah.
I don't know when this was. What point of your career was this at when you opened up for Russell Peters?
I was still in Sacramento at the time. I was still in college. So bro, and that was crazy. Shout out to Russell, like for him to be so kind. He came to the Sac Punchline, and I begged like Molly the Booker, like, yo, please let me open for him. Like I have to. Like he was the one. He was like the biggest, Indian comedian in the world. And so when I finally got to meet him, you know how those things can go. It can go left, right, or center. It can go really bad, especially when he was at that level. He was doing arenas and theaters, and it could be one of those things where it's like, yo, don't come in the green room. Like, yo,
Right.
open, but you stay there, right? Oh man, like he got my parents tickets. He was just so cool. And I told Kevin this on the podcast, like he's like, and next time you come to LA, you can come out and stay with me. And that was one of those things where it's just like, I felt like a kid in A Bronx Tale, like I'm going to go see Sonny. He lets me hold his watch, like I can ride around in a car with him. I just got to see what you could do, and that was really cool. And so shout out to Russell for just being a real one.
Yeah, he said, did you hear his episode with Kevin?
But
he was like, Hassan was like this nerdy kid. And he said, I had no idea he was gonna grow into this handsome sex symbol. that, that because you are for sure the most handsome comedian in the history of. No one wears a suit better than you. It's very impressive. Do you feel like, is there ever a time, and I don't know if this is a conversation that Indian comedians have,
right.
do you all ever talk about doing something together like y'all version of Kings of Comedy? Or that would be dope.
Go ahead. Or what?
Or are you thinking more the Kevin Hart route, which is, nah, I don't need I don't need y'all. I could do this shit. I'm already close to arenas, so I could just do this on my own.
No, so it's so funny. Like we did Go-Face, which was a sketch show, and that was like all kind of like brown Middle East types like vibes and sketches and themes, and that was really cool. So I love doing stuff for the culture. One of the things that I can't wait to do, and this has just been a real modern development, man, is like because of YouTube, the world, and I got to be on the Daily Show with Trevor too. Trevor Noah showed me how big the world is, like he showed me, you know, amazing comedians that are from the UK. He showed me there's so many amazing comedians that are in South Africa. And so I started thinking about it that way. I was like, yo, I should, you know, now that the world is opening up, I should go to India and do shows with comics out there. I should bring some of them out here. You know, we're doing Radio City. I should have a couple of them I should have Russell pull up, like, just to do it. It's not a money thing. It's just to do it for the culture, just to do it.
You're doing Radio City.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do that blow your mind, or when you get, or you think when you get there, you might be like, holy shit, I'm doing Radio City?
So, you know, like right now, I'm in just a janky ass Sheraton in Memphis. Like, bro, I mean, there's like stains on the couch. I mean, I don't know what that stain is right there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm gonna be honest. I would think somebody at your level might be in suites at this point.
No, I'm just like, you know, I'm just booking whatever, and I'm just like, I got it. But to me, bro, it's this, man. This is what I'm knee deep in, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm just knee deep in the script. That's all I'm sweating. You know, I'm just like, it's got to be worthy of that. The last thing I want to do, bro, is just to be all frills, all, you know, I'm wearing a leather suit or whatever, and then it's just a C. Like, everybody leaves the show and they're just like, it was all right.
How are you feeling so far?
Right. So, you know, here we are. I'm talking to you. It's June 12th. Tour starts September 17th. So I'm feeling good, but there's a big gap between good, you know, great, and phenomenal. That's what I'm trying to traverse, you know.
And when you did Homecoming King, you was I'm on some phenomenal.
I was like, we're somewhere between great and phenomenal. This show is great. Like, it is resonating with people, as whatever. The phenomenal thing, that's out of your hands. That to me is divine destiny.
Yeah.
You have to strike some chord in their heart that makes them feel a certain way. I try not to think about that, because you don't want to work backwards. Like, oh, this is going to go viral. You don't want to operate from that. You want to come from a true place, you know?
In your reps, the arena, hold on. I want to, how close do you think you are to doing arenas?
I mean, in New York, we could have done it in New York. We could have done Madison Square Garden. Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
Surreal. Yeah. I mean, like, so 2 Radio Cities is 14,000. Madison Square is like, you know, 17. So we're close. You know, it's right there. You know.
I see it, man. I see it. When I saw Homecoming King, I was like, damn. But when I saw your new tour dates and I saw the venues you were doing, I'm like, honestly, I mean, if anything, one special away. You know, after this next one, I would think you got it. You know.
But do you think, just honestly, do you think comedy's supposed to be in arenas?
No, because I'm gonna be honest. I think Chappelle does it right. The level of the venues, the Radio Cities. Yeah. You know, when he's in Atlanta at the Tabernacle.
Yeah.
I think if anything, that's probably as big as stand-up probably should be.
Yeah. That's what I think. So I think arenas, those are cool. Those are a flex. But, you know, again, like, I'm getting older, bro. I'm 35, right? So I'm just about honoring the art form at this point. You know, me, you know, dad to dad, husband to husband. I got 2 responsibilities. I got to make sure the bag is correct for the family. You know what I mean? And family is really big for me, and just taking care of them is very important. And the second thing is, bro, I know, like, I'm 30. I'm not going to be Zach Saffron. Like, I'm not the young, good-looking Indian kid. I'm an older dude. I'm entering this new era where I want to do really great art from a wise, you know, position and POV. Like, that's what I'm trying to make, really good artistic choices. And so I think as a kid, I'd be like, bro, I've always wanted.
No, I ain't no Jay-Z, but you still get a J. Shooting at niggas like that nigga Clay. Invested in myself and doubled up my pay.